If you were a kid or a teen during the late 80s, you almost certainly spent time hanging out with the Seaver family. Growing Pains was one of those comfort food shows, a real staple of family television. Kirk Cameron as the fun-loving Mike Seaver was the ultimate teen heartthrob, and Tracey Gold, who played Carol, the smart, relatable, and slightly high-strung sister, well, they felt like family we all knew. But as it so often happens, the story behind the scenes wasn't quite as perfect as the one on our TV screens. Fast forward to 1993, about a year after the show had ended, an article showed up in Star magazine with a headline that must have made people stop dead in their tracks. Tracey Gold blasts Growing Pains co-star Kirk. He killed the show. This wasn't just some random gossip. The magazine reported it was all coming from a 74-page book proposal Tracey Gold was writing called Tracey, Overcoming My Fear of Becoming a Woman. And in that proposal, she apparently laid it all out. So what was the big story? Well, according to Star magazine, Tracey said that Kirk killed the long-running series by injecting his Christian beliefs into the scripts. She claimed that it all started after Kirk, then 20, fell in love with Chelsea Noble, the actress who joined the show to play his girlfriend Kate. The article describes Noble as devoutly religious, and after they got married, Kirk became a born-again Christian, and according to Tracey's book proposal, his new faith started to change everything on set. The story goes that Kirk, who was the show's biggest star and getting thousands of fan letters a week, started making all sorts of demands. He apparently wanted anything that he considered anti-Christian to be scrubbed from the scripts. All right, let's think about things for just a minute here. It's a show called Growing Pains, and it's supposed to be about, well, growing pains. And there's teenagers in it dealing with relationships, making mistakes, and figuring things out. Tracey's point was that Kirk's new influence was watering down the show, taking away the very conflicts and the real-life issues that had made it so popular in the first place. You might wonder why the producers or the network would let this happen. Well, according to this anonymous publishing insider, the producers and network executives let him have his way, the source said. The article claims that this new direction made the show less interesting, and as a result, the ratings started to slide. As the insider bluntly put it, by the time the process was over, Growing Pains was dead. The network officially canceled the show in April of 1992. And what makes this whole story even sadder and more complicated is what Tracey was going through in her personal life. Her book proposal wasn't just about the show. It was also, as the article notes, a graphic detail about her long and ongoing battle with bulimia. She apparently wrote about her hospitalization, calling herself a lonely and terrified anorexic. This was a really difficult fight she had been in for years, and the article in Star magazine says that she was first diagnosed at 12, but it all came to a breaking point right at the very end. In January 1992, just a few months before the show was canceled for good, Tracey had to be suspended from Growing Pains. Her weight had reportedly fallen to 90 pounds. So while Tracey was in the middle of a life-threatening personal health crisis, her on-screen brother was allegedly steering the show that had been their lives for 7 years in a direction that she felt was destroying it. It's not hard to see why she had become frustrated. The Star article quotes her from the proposal saying, "Although it's hard to believe, a man barely out of his adolescence began to call the shots on a successful network series." The Seavers were indeed a fractured family, or at the very least the actors who played the Seavers, and it was a sad end for a beloved television show. But as any real family knows, disagreements, even big public ones, don't always have to end the story. Thankfully, the story for Kirk and Tracey didn't end there. In the decades since the cancellation of Growing Pains, they've both spoken about their past. The friction didn't just disappear, though. In 2012, as a matter of fact, Cameron's public comments on homosexuality led to a clear disagreement with Tracey, who publicly voiced her support for, and this is a quote, love and marriage for all. While the media at the time may have painted it as a feud, Tracey later clarified that she personally called Kirk to talk to him about it. And in the end, they did what friends do. They agreed to disagree, handling their deep-seated differences much like the siblings they played on TV would have. So despite their very different paths and extremely different beliefs, they have consistently maintained that their relationship is respectful and, at its core, familial. In the years since, the Growing Pains cast has come together for reunions, showing fans that their on-screen bond was strong enough to weather real-life growing pains. Both Kirk and Tracey have stated that they are, quotation marks here, they're good with each other, closing that very difficult chapter for one of television's most beloved families. And personally, I'm so glad that these two found a way to see it through.
Almost there. The little house where your old man grew up.
Tracing footsteps in the old hometown.
Just up the street here.
Things have changed a bit since you've been around.
What floor does you live on, Dad?
It's not there anymore. Well, wait a minute. I'll show you where my old pal Shorty lived. Just around the corner here. Wait till you see the flower garden in the front yard. It was just... I don't believe it.
Dad, I hope the place we used to eat is still there. It's late and I'm hungry.
In the night, the welcome sight of an old friend.
There it is.
Feels so right tonight here at McDonald's again.
I had my first Big Mac here.
Can I get you another one?
All around.
Deserve a break today.
Curly?
So get out tonight and get away.
Shorty?
To McDonald's.
Curly?
Tonight at McDonald's.
Curly?
Coming Tuesday and Wednesday after the Olympics, it's a special Growing Pains.
Lord have mercy.
2 nights of rockin' and rollin'.
I have had my eye on her since I first saw her shake her pom-poms. My name's Mike.
I know, Dad. I'm Lydia.
That's great. How do you do that?
How'd I do what? So you want to dance some more, or do you want to talk?
Dance.
Following the Olympics, a Growing Pains 2-parter starting Tuesday and concluding Wednesday on its new night and time.
I'm Tracy Gold with American Treasury. He escaped the poverty of the Great Depression by helping other people escape it in their minds. Who he was after this. When Charles Darrow, out of work for 3 years, brought his new board game to Parker Brothers in 1933, the experts there sent him away. They said his game, which let people imagine themselves as wealthy wheeler dealers in the fancy Atlantic City, New Jersey, was just too complicated. But then a Philadelphia department store ordered 5,000 of the games, and the company decided to take a chance on Monopoly. It's a fact in the Library of Congress. Learn the origins of other games in your library.
The new issue of RetroFan is out. You can preview it at tomorrows.com.
You are special.
You didn't have to do it, but you did. So thank you very much for your support, for your support, for your support. Thank you very much for your support.
Click on that thumbnail cause it's time to go. Dave's got the classics, let the memories flow. TV shows and movies that we all hold so dear. On his YouTube channel he's keeping memories near. Dave Sundstrom, bringing back the good stuff, oh yeah.